Hey beautiful people, hey guys, how are you? Trying to get more of me and less of the roof. Welcome. Hey, it's day 4. So hello, it's what is it, Thursday today? So just wanting to drop in here and talk about what day 4 would be. It's actually creating, the next few days is creating your best day or your best life, right? Because you can't have a great day. Your great day creates the great life. Does that make sense? So, you know, a repeatable day with great things in your world that make you feel good, that nurture you, give you self-care, give you energy, make you feel positive and confident, all those things every day. If that's repeatable, no matter what's going on in your world, right? We want to have that foundation that every day, these are the things I do to look after myself. These are the things I do to feel good about myself, right? So if you've got that foundation, no matter what shit's going on around you, then you've got that baseline to go back to every time things are not going great, or just to repeat every time you want to go back to that reset, or just repeat it every day, right? If you want a great day, you have to, great life, you have to have a great day. So what I wanted to do in today and tomorrow, so we're creating a balance sheet, right? What I call a balance sheet. And that is the things that kind of work across, the habits, the self-care, the movement, the reducing stress, the mindset, right? So it's about 5 things that you kind of balance out, I think, as a well-rounded woman, right? Because she's got these things going on. She's nurturing herself with food. She's moving her body in a way that feels good. She is getting enough rest. She's listening to her body. She's reducing the stress and the overwhelm. And she's listening to her body, so she's stopping when she needs a break. She's not paying out on herself, so she's got that positive mindset that's going to support her being her healthiest best, right? Because at the end of the day, we really just want to be happy with who we are, happy how we're showing up, how we wear, what clothes we're wearing, like feeling confident and happy and healthy, energy that we want, and living the way you want to feel, right? So this is about creating a you that you're happy with, right? So how would that be? Like if you're struggling with, maybe it's after dinner eating, or it's that you just have no inspiration to move your body, right? Or you've got aches and pains, or you're not sleeping at the moment, you've got too much stress going on, you've got no time to just, you feel like screaming, you're just full of rage. Like whatever it is, right? You've got hormones, you've got hot flushes, you've got whatever the thing is that's bringing you down at the moment with your energy, right? So what would you want instead of that? What is the opposite of what you've got, right? So if we wrote down all the negatives on one side on a page of all the things that's happening for you that you do not want or you are not happy with, right? And then we wrote down the opposite of that. So say you had low confidence and you felt just yuck, right? Low self-worth. What is the confidence gap? Like we're trying to work out what is the thing in the middle that takes you from 0 to hero, right? What do we need that's missing here? And it's great to have help, right? Because someone from the outside can eyeball this and go, okay, that's really obvious what our next step will be, right? Because I need you to just follow the baby steps, follow the breadcrumbs, like they say, to kind of get you where you want to go. But if you haven't envisaged that thing of where you want to go, what do you want instead? What is the opposite of what you've got? So we've got the negatives on one side of the page, and then you've got the positives on the other side of the page. The things you would rather instead, the way you want to feel, the way you want to be showing up, the way you want to be eating, the way you want to be moving. Like maybe it's that thing about having enough courage to go and join the gym or the yoga class, or you want to be that woman that walks every day, right? Or you want to be that woman that has a side business, right? That she's doing something on the side, or creating a new business while she's still doing a 9 to 5, or whatever it is, right? It might be that you want to catch up with more friends because you've been feeling really disconnected and lonely. It might be that you're eating at night because you're bored, you're drinking the wine, you're doing the things to comfort yourself because you're lonely and bored, right? Or you're just angry. You're plain angry with the world, right? What are those things? So we need to know what you want instead, right? Because there's no point just sitting over here complaining and hating everything. You've got to be able to step back from that and go, right, what is the opposite of that? What do I want instead? How will that future me be moving? How will she be eating? Will she be eating with love and nurturing herself with self-love, self-compassion? Will she be patient and kind with herself, not putting herself down, not using inner mean girl talk, like self-talk that's crushing her confidence every day, not giving people time that don't deserve your time, so you're getting resentful, people pleasing, all those things, procrastinating, can't decide, feel like a failure, all the things, right? So what are all those things that are really mounting up to you feeling shit about yourself? And what are the things you want instead? So what we're trying to do here, I can give you a balance sheet of what I think overall is an equally kind of, just a start, making a start on that balance, right? Like that checklist that you do every day that are your non-negotiables, that you will not go without your coffee, you will not go without your walk, you will always have, you'll always moisturize. Like, it could be freaking anything, right? It could be absolutely anything, but you need something. You need to start with something that will kickstart that momentum for you so that you believe that it's all possible, right? It's all possible. Anything you dream of is possible, right? So if we give you the balance sheet and okay, to reduce stress, I'm going to do breath work, right? I'm going to breathe. I'm just going to take time out. I'm going to go out in the morning. I'm going to be grateful for the sunshine, grateful for the nature. I'm going to hug my pet. I'm going to put on, I'm got nice clothes. I'm going to put something on that I like, a nice color that I love. I'm going to feel bright and cheery. Like, this is where we're kind of envisaging what you're going to be like instead. What do you want instead of what you're feeling? So you might be hiding, you might be wearing big baggy clothes because you don't want anyone to see your body. You may be not going for that walk because you don't want to be visible. You might be wanting to change jobs, but you don't have the confidence, right? Because you don't feel good about yourself. I think not feeling good about ourselves for whatever the reason is pretty much, it's just not okay, right? We all feel like that. We all often feel like we're not good enough for whatever reason. And, it might be the life we've had before, our past relationships, our past experiences, our teenage years, our youth, our childhood, whatever. We get to start over pretty much every day. We get to start over every day. We get to start over now. From this moment on, we get to choose, how do we want to feel instead? So if you're feeling really negative and really down and really hard on yourself and expecting too much out of yourself, or criticizing yourself, judging yourself, comparing yourself, well, obviously we don't want that. So we want the opposite of that, right? So it's me giving you the tools, or you learning the tools, so that you have a toolkit that when you start feeling crap about yourself and start putting yourself down or comparing, maybe it's scrolling on social media is a good one for that. Not getting enough sleep is another problem. We often don't have enough sleep. So we feel exhausted, right? And we're drained. We've got lots of things going on. We've got older parents, we've got teens, we've got work, we've got family running a home, cost of living in general. Not that I like to complain about that, but I'm just saying, like, there's lots of stuff going on. So how do we shield our energy? How do we protect our energy and give ourselves back our energy, right? Find our spark again. And that's by protecting your energy and not letting the negatives in, not letting, ourselves run away with ourselves, with our emotions, right? So all I can say is that more positives you have, the less negatives you're going to have, I believe, right? So if you have a more positive outlook, more faith, more trust, more love, right? More self-love, more happiness, more joy, you can't help but feel better, right? You will want to go for that walk. You will want to make that nice breakfast for yourself because you deserve it, right? You want to take care of yourself. And honestly, no one else is going to take care of us but us. Really? We take care of a lot of other people, but who's going to help you? Who's going to help us to feel better every day? So we need this toolkit. We need these skills: the mindfulness, the breath work, the joy, the gratefulness, the movement, the nourishing our bodies. We need the mindset that kicks the bad self-talk, the negative self-talk to the curb, right? And fills you up. gives you more energy. So what are those things that give you energy? Is it being in the garden? Is it being in nature? Is it being walking along the beach? Is it your friends, your family, your pets, what is it? So we want more of the good stuff, right? More of that. So in your day, when you're planning out your day, which I'll give you a sheet. I'll post it, I think, on here so we can prepare for tomorrow. Like I said, this balance sheet is coming up with ways that you're going to look after yourself when you wake up in the morning. How do you do that, right? Are you grabbing your phone? Are you instantly hitting yourself up with the woes of the world before you've even woken up? And I can tell you, because I often sometimes do it and then go, oh, that's why you don't turn the news on. Oh, that's why you don't look at your phone in the morning, right? Because it changes your energy. And if our energy is our currency and the first thing you've done is thought about something that happened last week or yesterday that upset you, then you've already got those feelings of upset, right? So how we think, our thoughts equals our feelings equals our behavior. So if you want better behavior, if you want to respond in a more positive light, then you're going to have to think more positively. Then you'll feel more positively and then you'll act accordingly, right? Like I said, I do think all the strategies in the world, from what I know myself and what I've taught, I could give you all the good things, all the strategies in the world. But if you are not happy, you're probably not going to do any of them, right? And the thing is, yes, some of them will change your energy so that you feel happier, but you have to get on board with this, right? Like you need to go, right, I'm going to make some changes here that I'm not happy with. And once you're aware of why you're not happy or what you're not happy with, then we can pick that thing. We can pick that thing and go, right, how am I going to make a change here? How am I going to add more goodness in, add more positives in, and have a different outlook about this? So maybe it's a different perspective, and getting someone else's perspective helps a lot, right? And I often find the decision, and this is where I see people's lights come on, making the decision to even something as basic as having a PT, right? And that's not basic, that's a gift, right? That's a gift. You're a celebrity if you've got a PT. You're not really, but it's a gift, right? You've got someone in your back pocket to encourage you, to lift you, to help you see a different perspective, but also to feel good. But my point is, you need to make that decision that what you've got isn't what you want, in the fact that maybe you're eating too much sugar, right? So great, we're going to reduce sugar, but how do we do that? Let's look at other ways we can create snacks or do things that are going to give us energy, but with less sugar, right? So it's not even a hard thing. You've just got to decide that that thing isn't good enough now for you, and you're going to make a change, and then we can work out what the change is and what the baby steps are to break it into tiny, tiny, tiny steps. Because often, say someone wants to lose 10 kilo, right? They go, right, I'm going to do 3 times, and I hear this every day, all the time. Right, we're going to train 3 times a week. I'm going to walk every day. I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And of course, it's overwhelming and it's stupid. We don't do all that shit. You don't need to do all that shit, but you have made a decision that you're not happy with maybe your body or your weight, and you want to make a healthier change, right? But we don't go off on a tangent and do a million things at once. We go, right, what is the easiest little thing we can change today, right? What can I do today? Oh, I can drink more water, right? I can get up from my desk more, right? So maybe you're in a desk job or you're sitting all day, and so therefore you're sedentary, right? So maybe I can move around a bit more. Like I always ask my clients if they have a headset, because if they're even on a call or something like that, or a standing desk, these things help where you're actually on your feet. So you're burning calories as well. You're speeding up your metabolism from not sitting, right? And you're also not getting a sore back, all these things that come from sitting a lot. So it doesn't have to be mind-blowing and huge or even cost anything. It just needs a different perspective for someone to go, hey, why don't we try this first? This is your next step. And that's what I'm really good at. So if you are stuck, message me, tell me what the thing is that you would love to change and maybe why you're struggling with that change. And we'll come up with some baby tiny steps that start the ball rolling. Yeah? And it might be, like I said, water, standing up from your desk more often, going and putting the washing on, like while you're on a call, whatever. I don't know, like it's something that feels a bit more productive and positive. And I will say about the time and the productivity is if you are one of those people that love their lists, love the going hard, go home, go hard kind of stuff, you probably already know that it's not sustainable. That's just kind of a burnout recipe, right? Doesn't make you happy in the long run. But the more healthy you are, the more energetic that you are, the more calmer and clear in the mind that you are, whether you've gone out for a walk at lunchtime and it's cleared your mind, so then you're back into your work and you're quicker, right? You're quicker, you're more productive. So the healthier you are, it's not a separate thing. And this is where I see a lot of business people that the business is one aspect and health is kind of off on the side somewhere, just being ignored, right? So it's not like it's part of your day. So if anything that comes out of this challenge for the week is making it more balanced so that you have this as part of your day, right? You are this being that does these things, that lives like this, that shows up like this, that wears these things, she eats like this, she moves like this. You've now got a vision of what you want instead and how you want her to be, right? So this is, again, talking about the future you as well, right? So taking you from where you are now to the future you. Because we need kind of that recipe, right? We need kind of that balanced checklist, that recipe to get you out of the rut that you might be in into the next step, right? And like I said, it's baby steps. It's one at a time. It's not picking all the things and taking you from totally uninspired, unmotivated, expecting you to go to the gym 4 days a week or work out 3 days a week. I mean, you can already tell that that's a way, it's just not something you'd probably enjoy. Because if you haven't done that already, you're probably not going to enjoy it if you haven't done that. But maybe you have a goal to do a walk, right? And you want to walk 3-4 times a week. So we've got to work out what's in between. How do I get you up here? And it's not by saying, get off your bum and being mean to you and bullying you to walk, like, which you're probably doing to yourself, calling yourself lazy. But it's more, I want you to know it's more overwhelmed, right? So if you ever call yourself lazy, which I know women do all the time, you're not lazy, you're overwhelmed and you can't get that clarity that tells you what you want instead, right? And I'm not telling you as well, I'll make this really clear, I am not a coach that pushes people out of their comfort zone. I work within their comfort zone and we work out what is your next best, easiest way, right? And we customize the whole thing to you, to your day, your week, your personality, your energy levels, your health, your ability, your experience from previous times, if you've done, if you used to be fit, for instance. So it's not like making you do this stupid stuff that everybody's got to do. Like, it's not one program fits all, and it's not one, it's not one size fits all, right? It really is about customizing this. And that's why I actually prefer one-on-one, because we can customize it. We can make it exactly what you need for where you're at right now, based on also where you want to change to, right? What do you want to change? And it doesn't have to be change. It might be that you just need more fun. You feel like you haven't been living fully, right? Like you're just a bit disconnected. So it might be that you need to tune into your body more. So the sessions that I work in one-on-one, and I'm offering them I'm offering it on this group this week that we do the one-on-ones. Probably just start with one, see where that gets you, because I know that even in one session, when we've actually got to the crux of what the problem is, we can give you the next step and you can go and give it a go, give those tweaks a go. The other option is not a single one, it's actually 3 and it's over 6 weeks and it's fortnightly. We do fortnightly calls, 60 minutes. And again, then you've got the access, that's more of a, what I call VIP, where you can access and message me and we can coach that way as well during that time. So you've got someone holding your hand while you're implementing what we talked about. So that's another option, right? There is a group coaching with calls coming up. I just haven't quite got that out there yet. I'm still tweaking a little bit, and that's more of a holistic transformation type situation, but it does take you through what we're talking about tomorrow, which is that balance checklist, right? So I don't know if that resonates with you, if that's helpful for you. I don't know where you're at. I'd love to know if you want to message me and have a chat first about what's going on for you and what you want to change or add in. How do we do that, right? So I want to know, my role is to fill the gap, right? To fill the confidence gap. Yeah, that's what a wellness coach does. That's what a health coach does. It's not me telling you what to do. I help you find the answers within what you already know, what you like to do. So it's you coming back to the truth of what you know, what works for you. If you don't know what works for you, we try different things and we tick them off, right? So you don't have to know all the answers. We just need to know what your next step is based on where you're at and where you want to go. So I hope that makes sense. I'll post a question or a prompt after this that I didn't post yet for day 4, which is, how does she want to feel? How does she want to move? How does she want to eat? How does she want to think and act, right? How does she want to dress? How does she want to feel? And does she want self-care? Does she use, she moisturizes, she goes and gets her hair done, or she goes and gets her facials done. Like, what is it? Like, a lot of ladies love their nails, right? So what is that thing that, that we can add to that list of the things that make you feel good about yourself? Because I've been trying to work out the point of everything that we do, and even with the health, of course, there's things like your longevity and your, reducing risk of heart disease and like diabetes, and being able to move and do your shoes up and to climb stairs when you have to, like, to not worry about things, not worry about falling over, and to be able to, play with the grandkids or get up off the floor even, there's lots of things that we physically need to do. We do the shopping, we do the house cleaning, like, there are things we need to do as a human. But on top of those things, I think the best thing you could get out of anything is feeling good about yourself, being happy where you're at, being content, I guess, and peaceful in yourself. So yes to confidence, yes to fitness and health, because really, without health, what have we got? Not much, right? It's hard to do anything without health, and it costs you a lot of money to be healthy when you're sick, right? So obviously we want to be the healthiest, happiest version of ourselves, but why? Why do we want to be the healthiest and happiest version of ourselves? And the thing that kept coming back to me is because I wanted to love who I was. I wanted to be peaceful with that. I wanted to be confident and calm and happy in myself, right? So that no matter what else is going on, I have the tools, I have the toolkit, I have the strength, I have the confidence in myself, I have self-compassion. So it's kind of being that best version, higher version of yourself. But what is it for you, right? What is that thing that you're wanting if we stripped everything away, all the bullshit, like our weight, our, whatever. What is that thing you want? Is it the freedom to love your food, to love your body the way you are, to feel amazing? Like, often, as an example, like, I'll train women and they'll say, I want to be this weight and this size. And I'll say, so if you felt amazing and you felt energetic and strong and you felt gorgeous and you wore the things you wanted to wear in your wardrobe that weren't fitting you before, if you were that, right? If you felt like that and you had energy and you were vibrant and you were confident, would that number still matter? Would that number on the scale or that size be the thing that you care about the most? And the answer is always no, right? So it's more about how you want to live, how you want to be, how you want to feel in your body, no matter what your body size is or shape or age, right? What is that thing for you? I think that's the most important question of all. Why would you do it? Why do you want to be happy and healthy? that is the compass, that is the value system, that is the driving force for you, right? And we can all say, yeah, well, we don't want to, obviously, because even carrying a few extra kilo feels uncomfortable, right? And it makes life harder, and I get puffed out, and I can't do the things that I normally do, and I worry about falling up the stairs, or I worry about getting off the ground when I fall, or I worry about the fact I can't make the beds, or I can't, do the floor without falling over, or I can't walk far. So what is it, the thing that you want the most? It's the freedom to be however you want, wear whatever you want, eat whatever you want, and to be your best self, right? Whatever that means for you. So that's what I think the biggest question is for everybody. And if you can just mull that over and have a think about that, like, it's not the size. And if you are weighing yourself a lot, please don't, because it doesn't tell you your value. It doesn't tell you your strengths, your passions, your amazingness. It doesn't give you the awesomeness. It's just a number. And honestly, the only thing that gives you a meaning for that is you, right? You make that number on the scale or the size mean something, right? We make it mean something. We make it mean that we're, I don't know, crap, useless, fat, unlovable, overweight, whatever, right? We make that mean something. That's a neutral number on the scales there, right? And society, unfortunately, gives us that number. That gives us that meaning as well, right? The judgment, the criticism, the comparison, all of that. So if we took all of that away, I was going to do a really quick live today, but I hope this is helpful to somebody out there, right, that is hung up on thinking they're going to be happy when they lose weight. Like I said, I could give you every strategy in the world. If you are not happy and you have no energy because you're overthinking everything and you're stuck in your head and you're paying out on yourself and you're criticizing yourself, so it's this total shit show, right? A low vibe shit show going on in your mind 24/7, you won't have energy to do anything, right? There's nothing positive coming out of that. That's tiring, right? That is draining your energy, your life force. So the answer is, like everything we've said, we're going to get balance. I'm going to go through that tomorrow. And even if you pick one thing that you're going to do, which is what I started the week with. Day 1 was pick one thing that you want to change. Day 2 was I am. So what do I think I am, right? What do I say to myself? How do I speak to myself? How do I think about myself? How do I criticize myself? What am I doing, right? What is the self-talk doing? And I am is swapping that for a more powerful, empowering word or statement about you that you can repeat. It's like brainwashing, right? Because like I said in that, go back and look at that video again for day 2. Our brain is a computer. It can't tell the difference between if you say I'm amazing, awesome, beautiful, sexy, gorgeous, clever, vibrant, smart, like friggin' a superhero, compared to saying I'm shit, I'm fat, I'm overweight, I'm lazy, I'm tired, I'm exhausted, I'm stressed. Your brain goes, oh, okay, she's, it'll take the facts. It'll take it as fact. So you can tell your brain anything. It will take it as a fact. So you may as well, Oscar, what are you doing? You may as well fill it with goodness, right? Fill it with goodness. So that's what I want you to do. So have a look at the I am day. So yesterday was what's stopping us. So talking about the things that's stopping us, the obstacles, whether they be real reasons, and most of the time they are, but how can we work around that? We're going to work around that even though I'm exhausted, even though I've got no time, even though I'm busy, even though I'm tired, even though I think I'm shit, right? We're going to work around that. So that was encouraging you to think about how you can work around these things, because a lot of the time that what's stopping us is our mindset. Right? It is, whether it be real reasons or not, there is always something we can do. And then today, of course, talking about the fact that I've already forgot what I'm talking about today. What's today? Day 4. is the best day, planning your best day. So there is an exercise, and you can do it if you want, where you actually write down what your best day would look like, and you dream big. It might be that you walk along the beach every morning, that you wake up in paradise, right? And you go out for breakfast, and you go and see your friends and your family, or you walk the dog, or you go to your dream job, or you're working from home and you're doing whatever it is that you do, right? You go off to Pilates, you go and have a coffee with a girlfriend or lunch, and then you go and do this and you do. So it's like dreaming big. If you were to write out what your perfect day would be, they call it ideal day or perfect day. That's another exercise that's really helpful, just for drawing out what's in your heart, drawing out what you really, really, really want, right? Because often we just ignore it. So that's another exercise you can do as well. So write it all down and envisage what it would look like. What is she doing? What is she wearing? What is she feeling like? What is she eating like? I don't know what's going on with this dog. Oh, he's seen a stray cat that we have that we feed. I'm going to go because the dog's going to go and be silly. And I will talk to you soon, and I'll post the prompt that I spoke about. If you want to go through and do that exercise of writing down your amazing day, or if you've got any questions, please message me. If you are, like I said, wanting a proper call, we can do that. When I say proper call, book a call, a proper call, book a call, a one-on-one. If you've just got a question, message me anyway. That is absolutely fine. Always up for questions. And then tomorrow, I'm going to go through, and you're going to take that printout. That's a PDF, and you can change your own things in there. But I'm going to give you a recipe of what I do, or I think is a reasonable, balanced kind of day, right? Because you're making a balanced life, right? We want a balanced life, especially if you are stressed, unwell, unfit, unhealthy, tired, exhausted, fed up, right? Fed up, foggy brain, can't think, even menopause. There's lots of things I can help with, but at this point, this is just about moving you forward. And trying to give you some really good things to try to do to make a difference and shift in your energy, in your mindset, in your perspective, that it is possible to change things like that, right? You don't have to. It's not hard, actually, right? It's not hard. And I know people that have been trying to lose weight for a long time. They keep falling back into the same pattern. And same with health, they keep falling back into the same pattern. They give up, they get scared, it gets hard, they get busy. It's got to be so easy. And that's why I like to be totally different. Like, it's a totally different approach. It's none of the bullshit that you've had in the past. It's none of the pushing you out of your comfort zone, go hard, go home. It's not no pain, no gain. It's not... And I'm not even relating this to the exercise. I'm talking about the approach, right? The holistic approach is what we need to make a change here. And an open heart, open the possibilities of what's available. Open your mind to what's available to you, to what you can do that's free most of the time. A lot of the things that we complain about, oh, we don't have time, we don't have money. Getting up off your desk is free. Getting water is free. I mean, you still have to pay for water, but you know what I mean, right? Going for a walk is free. Fresh air is free at this point in time that I'm aware of, yeah? There's a lot of things you can do. Breath work, stretching is free. Moving your body can be free. Like, you don't have to pay for anything. So, but if you do, I'm here as a guide, as a mentor, as a well-being coach to get you going, right? Get you going, get you moving. And those sessions, by the way, can be for movement online, like we are here. So I just take you through some movement, as well as coaching you on the struggle that you're having, whatever that is, around mindset, around weight, around energy, around health, around your routines. So anyway, so this week is moving forward. I hope that is what's happening here, and that we can just give you a nudge in a new direction, or at least open the possibilities for you. All right, I'm going to go, and I will see you soon, and I hope that was helpful. Okay, bye. See you tomorrow. Bye.